Example 9 is also looking for the Taylor series. So we start with the first term, which is the derivative of the original fx, which is 3x squared minus 20x. And then we keep evaluating the next derivative, which is 6x minus 20. And then the next one is the derivative of the previous one, which is 6. And to the last step, we will stop here because it's equal to 0. After we have evaluated the derivatives, we now can substitute the x value back into the equation. So we start with the original function, which is 3 cubed minus 10 bracket 3 squared plus 6. And the answer is equal to negative 57. And then the next one is we still substitute the x value back into the function, and then it's 3 times bracket 3 squared minus 20 times 3. And the answer is negative 33. And for the next step, we only have one x here, so it's 6 times 3 minus 20, and the answer is equal to negative 2. And for the last two steps, we will see that because there's no x value anymore, so the answer will be equal to the previous one, which is 6 and 0. So we can see that after the fourth derivative, the n will all be equal to 0 afterwards. So now we can start to write out the Taylor series original formula, which is sigma from n to infinite equal to 0 f n times a over n factorial times bracket x minus a to the power of n. So right now we can start to organize our answer into a series. So we first start with the answer without the derivative, which is the original one, and follow up, we add each term as followed. So we add the each term together so we can form a series. So the next one is the first derivative, and then the next one is the second derivative, and the third one, and the fourth one. And don't forget to time the x minus a to the power of n value. And even though the last derivative, which is the fourth derivative, is equal to 0, but we still have to write it down into the equation. And we can eliminate this one in the future, but for now it's easier for us to see how each step goes. Basically, the Taylor series of this one. So now we can simplify the series. So the answer we get from each term is listed previously. So we start with negative 57 over 1, which is the simplified factorial. So negative 57 over 1 times x minus 3 to the power of n plus negative 33 over 1 times x minus 3 to the power of 1 plus negative 2 over 2 times x minus 3 to the power of 2 squared plus 6 over 6 times x minus 3 to the power of 3, and finally add 0 over 24 times x minus 3 to the power of 4. So now we can further simplify our answer. Therefore, next we can eliminate and simplify. Start with negative 57 minus 33 times x minus 3 to the power of 1. Then minus 1 times x minus 3 to squared plus 1 times x minus 3 cubed plus 0 times x minus 3 to the power 4. And now we can cancel the 1 in front of the brackets, and so the final step here, the most we can simplify will be negative 57 minus 33 times x minus 3 minus x minus 3 squared plus x minus 3 cubed. And that's our final answer here.